Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. Thank you for watching. I hope you will subscribe, like, and share. Beautiful ignited souls. Yeah, I have gotten into the habit of cultivating the habit of putting my hands together like this, acknowledging that they are representations of the gods. Gods are operating in all parts of our body. They are who we are. And so it's like another representation is that it's like they ripple out. So basically we have our cells, which we see, cells equals 14. So the gods, of course, are the cells in our bodies. Then we also see that we have our heart. That's just an example because I feel this plays out in every part of our bodies, our makeup. Then we have the internal self or the heart. And then we have the earth, which is also the same as the external heart, if you like. So the spelling itself gives you this clear indication that it's as if we are the heart of the earth, and the earth, of course, is the external representation of us. Okay, now I've just done this I'm just explaining a little in case you are new to this channel. I am Crime Queen, your partner in crime. I hope you will enjoy these presentations. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't, share, and whatever else you can do, enlighten other people, speak about it, whatever it is that you can do. And because the gods are ready to be realized within you. When you speak of the gods, you are expressing the gods. And one of the analogies I give as well, that the gods play out in seemingly insignificant things like your steps in your house. So I go from one level to another and I climb 14 steps. I have done that, I count them. And these are things perhaps many of us don't take the time to find out, well, how many steps do I climb up to get to my bedroom or whatever it is, because we take all those things for granted. But when we count, it is a way of raising our awareness that there is, a mechanism, there is a vibration that reverberates because you are now engaged in the thought of gratitude that someone actually did those steps. There were people working and there were people who devised these. So your brain, your mind, your awareness evolves, and then you are with gratitude and you say, thank you. That's why I think some people trip down the stairs because they take it for granted that, yeah, and the gods say, yeah, you never take time to even say thank you. Yeah, you're gone, sleep down. So let's take time in everything we do to recognize the gods. The more you do this, the more you will work out that the gods are even in my glasses right now. I hope you do like this. And these, of course, as I say, they remind me of Kaa in Jungle Book. I'm not hoping to hypnotize you. I am hoping that the gods are going to be reflected in you that way. So we are going to do, it's a long introduction, but who cares? Who cares? Okay, so we are going to do a presentation on language. I feel that I just need to explore a little bit more on language here. Let's rub this out. I had done language before. I think it comes to 33 if my memory serves me well here. I have added a little essay, so let's just look at language again. I feel I need to turn this somewhat a little bit more so you can benefit from the full. Okay, right. So language, let's look at language. So that is 315 73175. Let's add this together. This is how I do 10. This is 22, 23, 28, 29, 32. Oh, so it's 32. Right. So that is 5. This is the gods. Now I thought I was remembering 30, but if we have languages, of course, it would be 33. And this would be 6. Now, 6 and 5 have got a strong relationship in the sense of 6. If we did a numerical value for, let's just do 32 and see what happens here. Let's just do this. 3, if we do 3 separately and 2, because we work with both word and that's the language, that's the gift, and you are a creative being, therefore you are able to create, find the essence and your perspective of this. So 3 is 11. I'm doing this so we don't take 2 and this is 14. So this would be, wow, this is 13 actually, 13. Wow. So this is 4 plus 2 is 6. That's what I mean. I just go along with it, people. Now this is 32. And I don't think I had done this before, not in this way anyway. So we could see 3 plus 3 is 6. And you could see how the relationship, this is what we are talking about, sacrifice. And so you'd be wondering, well, oh, I've erased all the language. Okay, so language, language is 32. And we know 32 is 5. Just like it will Christ. The word Christ, Christ, equals 32. We just have this here because a lot of people in this Western world relate to Christ. Christ spirit. I call it the Kundalini. I call it the pyramid. I call it the universe. Anything that comes to 5, I feel that this really represents the same vibration. Now we are speaking of language. Let's the reason why I'm doing this video on language, because I done some videos where I had this download where basically the Bible, as we know, okay, let's retract. The information that I got is that every nation every nation is given their Bible, or whatever you want to call it, Quran or Zohar or Torah, whatever language that it is given, that language is embedded in the makeup. As though you were kneading dough, and language was an ingredient, a very, very vital ingredient, and that was mixed in all the dough. Or you are who you are, the cake, and perhaps there was the icing or another ingredient put in more concentrated in a certain part of the makeup. But however, this is what the message is, that you are everything, meaning every, like Eve in everything. And so this is so important that we understand that we begin to understand who we are, how we are shaped, like in his image and likeness. Who the his is in he, was it he again, because we are doing numerology, that would be 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. The whole totality of numbers would be, as we know it, would be in our makeup. Language is the data, that we are the data, and that is the what the people in high intelligence, in AI, they know all this as well. That's why now the world rulers, if you like, are collecting data. It's just not just your name, it's everything, your blood type, and of course, it carries the trail of your ancestral data. All of those things would be it is likely that if there was, like, some people call it a throwback of genetic disposition that maybe would happen every 10 years or whatever, that would be collected as well. So this is important, we understand that who we are. And the revelation as well is that this is like looking in the mirror. The mirror does not change who you are. So that's what the gods are in effect as well. When we get to know the gods, they are not changing who you are, in the sense you are meant to acknowledge the gods within you. So you look in the mirror and you think, oh, well, this locks is like behaving a little bit out of place. I better put this in place because now I am the co-creator. I have been given the baton of creation now. And so it's like you buy a device or a television or something, and there is a manual. No one is stopping you from plugging the damn thing in the wall without checking the manual. And if you want to blow it up, you blow it up. But you are given a manual. And it's like saying, okay, if you are speaking English, there's that page for it. You go, you look through that page for it, and so on. And that is important. We learn all this. The gods are really here to help us do all of those things. So while we are here as well, it's like saying, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the prettiest of them all? Now, we are not in this, but we want to know the information that is appropriate for us. And so I am really wanting to, I am conscious about people wanting to watch shorter videos. So do forgive me that I go on yet. This is the gods. This is what the gods are doing. They want to say something or show something, but they don't operate in a linear fashion. They go in a circular motion. And it seems like they may be at the same position, but they're actually rippling out in a wider perspective, so you can see better or have a wider perspective of what the message is conveying. This is my charge. I'm holding on to this. So I had this thing, okay. Of course, I started like saying, and I'm going to say a little prayer to the gods. And I was saying, dear gods, we know that you want us to have fun. We know that and I'm going to call the said God, or hey, the created God, because it's about having your name called out as well. This is really good. So, created God, moved God, said God, saw God, divided God, called God, made God, set God, blessed God. By the way, the gods are verbatim gods, but they are not the only verbatim gods. We also encountered in the Zohar quite a few verbs as well, and that seemed to be a global way of the gods really conveying or expressing themselves. We're going to talk a little bit more on that. And there's the ended God, the formed God, the cursed God, the breath God. The gods are saying, no, this is not how you do it. In this case, do join me again for part 2 on knowing the gods.